is Rust Console Edition, worth playing here and now in 2025 and beyond. This is footage I captured on the Xbox Series X version of the game earlier today. I've played it from this morning until late afternoon. I've spent hours with it because it's the first time I've jumped back in since it was released. And I did enjoy it at release, except I thought it was incredibly buggy and it was a bit of a chore to play, it must be said, even on Series X. So before I get into this, guys, I want to be transparent. I was sent a digital download code from the developer Double 11 to play this game way back. They didn't want me to do a review. It was a thanks of sorts for covering the lead up to the game. So myself and a few other content creators were approached by I can't get my words out. I'm so excited about talking about Rust. A few of their representatives were approaching content creators and saying, thank you for covering the console version, the lead up to the game, that kind of thing, and sent out digital codes. Thank you, Double 11. I will still give you my honest thoughts on this game, though, guys. It's how I am. It's what I do at the channel. Check out the other worth playing videos. You will see I'm always completely honest and transparent with you guys. So in this footage here, I am approaching my base, which I'd spent all day building. All of my stuff I left back at camp, though. I'm only carrying this gun and a torch, and it all unfolds. But I won't commentate on this footage. I'll tell you about the game. They've added stuff since I last played. Now, bear in mind, I haven't played since 2020, 2021, whenever it was released, so a good few years. There's animals in this now. Were there bears before? Because there are bears now and they are vicious. You can ride horses now. Everything is a lot smoother. Frame rate is good if you select constant FPS. I think that was the option we saw earlier. It's called something like that. Make sure that is ticked. So you get 60 frames per second at all times. You do get some frames dropping out here and there. Look at this cheeky so-and-so. Look at him. Whilst I was away from home picking up my supplies, or I was trying to pick up supplies, I didn't in the end, he starts attacking my camp. And I'm just not used to the gunplay on this game. Now, I do think he or she is a player I looted earlier because their legs were dangling outside their base where they were sleeping. And I was like, oh my god, look at all the guns and stuff they've got. This is great. So maybe it's my next door neighbour. But we're falling out. We're not neighbours anymore. We're not on good terms. There you go. Treats a machine in his pants there. So it runs okay, or it runs well. On Series X, it's fine. There's a caveat with this. It is worth playing, for sure. I think it's addictive. It's one of my favourite games of all time. It's too much of a time sink for me. Once I start playing this game, I can't put it down. But Mike, I hear you all ask, what's the caveat? I think this game will be better with friends. Solo, it's a grind. It's really disheartening when you lose everything. And yeah, like I say, it's probably better if you're going to roll with at least one friend. And I wouldn't bother with this game if you're on PS4 or Xbox One. I wouldn't touch it if I was on one of those consoles. I mean, most of you watching this have probably invested in the Series X or the PS5 or Series S by now. So that's the way to go. I mean, PC is the way to play this game rather than the console version. The PC version is the best. It's got more content. The maps are bigger. There are more players. This wall here, or the wall surrounding this person's camp, it's not my camp. I think this is new. I mean, what is that? Is it ice? What is that? Or is it just a design that they've applied to the wall? I thought that's pretty cool. You've got some sleeping bags here. I don't know whose they are. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love this game, but be prepared to have time. If you're in college a few hours a week and you spend a lot of the time sitting around bored, then yeah, play this game. Here's a bear, look. And yeah, I just love this game. I really do enjoy it. Yes, it is better on PC, but most of my friends or people I know in real life, quote unquote, they're on the consoles. So I'm going to try and get people to join me on this, because playing alone is what I did before. It's too frustrating. It's far too frustrating playing this alone. You need help out there. You need bodyguards. And yeah, the gunplay is okay. I find the gunplay in this to be a bit sketchy, but it might be the dodgy guns that I've looted from someone. Maybe you get far better gear. Well, you will do in late game. And it's Rust. I mean, most of you watching this will have played this in some capacity, I'm sure. But there is a keen interest on the console versions of this. We waited for years and years for this to hit consoles. I think Double 11 have done a fine job. Again, I'm not just saying that because they sent me a digital code to download this game. I was going to buy this anyway. I was going to be all over this game. I haven't tried the PS5 version. I wouldn't mind trying it there. On Series X, generally 90% of the time, or 95% of the time, it's smooth as butter, the frame rate that is. The occasional stutter here and there. Oh guys, answer me a question. What are these blue dudes about? I've always wondered. Because they're not real players. I think I die here. They're not real players, they're AI. But what are they about? I think we see a horse galloping past them. There's a player on a horse. I love the horses. I am yet to ride one. But I love the fact that they've added horses, I should say. I'm not a lover of horses in general. There you go. There's another player there. It's all kicking off. There are less servers to choose from now. But with that said, there are more players because there are less servers. I prefer it that way. The map in this version, the console version, I assume is smaller than the PC version. I've played the PC version a while back. I don't mind that though, guys. I like these smaller maps. Here we go. Can you hear that? So I respawn back in my sleeping bag and someone's hammering away at my wall. There is such a atmosphere with this game. It really keeps you on the edge of your seat. It keeps you on your toes. There's nothing like it, guys. But again, most of you know what Rust is all about. It's my little base. Look at it. Isn't it nice? Isn't it cozy? It runs absolutely fine. They've added content here from what I can gather. The horses, the bears. I think the bears are new. I don't know. The graphics on the water looks better. There you go. There's a plus point. It's just a ton of fun. And it's definitely better than it was at release. Even though I spent a good 50 or so, 60 hours with it at release, I weren't enjoying it as much as I thought I would because of the performance issues on all, that was across the board console-wise. You came here to find out, is this worth playing in 2025? My honest opinion is yes. It is punishing, you will die a lot, try and play with friends, but also put aside some time for this game. I don't know if it's on sale at the moment, but it was on sale last time I checked. It's well worth picking up in sale. I would pay full price for this actually, because you're gonna get hundreds of hours out of it, and the developer is working on this game all the time. They're always updating it. They show it a lot of love. They really do care about this project, and I just think it is worth your time if you are into the survival game thing. Again, if you're looking for a AAA experience, avoid this. There is no narrative here. You create your own narrative, you create your own story, and I've just noticed that I'm talking about the game again. I can't help myself. I love Rust. In fact, I play it more on console than I do on PC. If you've got any questions about the console version whatsoever, let me know in the replies below. I'll do my best to answer. Apologies that this video, or rather my commentary's been all over the place. I get so passionate when I speak about Rust, when I speak about all the footy games. It's just what I'm like. It's my personality. Look out for more content coming to the channel. Oh, dearie me. I'll speak to you all soon.